there's been a desperate longing not just to get out of the house, but to get back to normal, as the Prime Minister said recently, get our lives back. Now, that's going to have some profound impacts on the market for the next few months, because after New South Wales unlocks, Victoria comes next, and then the other states will kind of fall into line. And by about Easter next year, we could be more or less back to normal. You've got to think that the travel stocks are going to roar ahead at the moment. You wouldn't know it from the way Flight Centre has been behaving just lately, but potentially that can be a $60 stock from where it is now, based on this on the world going back to normal and the diversity of its brands. Webjet can probably double from here. You've got Qantas potentially with a couple of bucks in it if they really start to get those jets up and running around the world. So my advice to everyone when it comes to looking at the travel stocks is switch off the ABC News trying to scare you witless, and bet on the world going back to normal faster than most people think.
All right, but there are no doubt some risks there, just as far as that reopening is, because we still have no consensus among the states, do we, just as far as that reopening is concerned, and I guess that effect that it has on the national economy.
Exactly, and that's why you'll see the sector chop around. You know, Flight Centre's been selling off the last few days for that reason, but the general trajectory is up. I'll give you an example of how rapidly the world can go back to normal. My colleague, Peter Kilby, said, Stuart, we can't be talking too much about travel stocks if we don't know what the state of play is with travel insurance. Well, it turns out that most travel insurance covers COVID now, not necessarily disruption of your travel plans because there's a flight ban to a particular country in place. But that's an example of how the travel industry has adapted to the new normal. And look, it's not just flights; it's domestic travel. You watch the moment we can bust out of the Greater Sydney area and travel to the regions. The roads are going to be jammed with people travelling to Broken Hill, to the North Coast, down to the Victorian border, wherever you go. There's a great way to play that too. It's called AMA Group. Leading supplier of smash repair services around the country. More cars on the road means more smashes. That company's pretty much suffered for the last 18 months because not enough people have been smashing up their cars. Well, bad news for drivers is you're going to be smashing up your car more. Good news for AMA shareholders is their business, as it goes back to normal, is going to massively restore the fortunes of the shareholders of that somewhat unfortunate company.